Hey guys, welcome to Cora Radar, your one-stop shop for tips and tricks in the digital world. Today we'll show you how to factory reset an iPhone when Apple ID is forgotten. So, you find an old iPhone at home or get a used work phone from the company. For the purpose of giving away the old phone or setting up the work phone as new, you intend to perform a factory reset. Then, you suddenly realize that you have forgotten the Apple ID or don't have access to it. You might be confused and wonder, is it a way to erase an iPhone without an Apple ID? The answer is sure, and don't worry, as it's easier than it sounds. This video will show how to reset an iPhone without the forgotten Apple ID. Whether your iPhone operates normally or it's malfunctioning, instructions below are available for both scenarios. Here's an important note: performing a factory reset will delete all the data, apps and files stored in your iPhone. If they are crucial to you, it's wise to make backup copies prior to the reset to safeguard against data loss. Once you're ready, attempt the solutions below that fits your case. They work for all iPhone models running from older iOS versions like iOS 12 to later iOS versions like iOS 26. Besides, if you have any questions, write it down in the comment below and we'll reply to you within 24 hours. Now, let's start. 1. Go to the Settings app to erase the iPhone. If your iPhone is in good working condition, simply head to the Settings app to reset an iPhone when Apple ID is forgotten. As the reset process might take up to an hour to finish, make sure the device has enough battery power or plug it into a wall outlet directly. Once you're ready, open the Settings app, tap on the General option, scroll all the way down and tap Transfer or Reset iPhone. Tap Erase all content and settings. Instead of the Apple ID, it'll require you to enter the lock screen passcode. Just do it as prompted. A warning of what happens after erasing the device will appear. To confirm, choose Erase iPhone. The erase will start automatically without needing the Apple ID. Please wait patiently as erasing a phone takes some time. Once finished, your iPhone will reboot, then load the Hello screen. Set it up as a new device or restore from the data you've backed up before. 2. Put the iPhone into recovery mode to do a restore. The first method only works when you still can enter the Settings app. If the screen is frozen or unresponsive, you'll need to try other tricks to reset an iPhone to factory settings when Apple ID is forgotten. One option is to let the device go into recovery mode and then restore it using a computer. The whole process only involves a few button presses on the device and a few clicks on the computer. You don't need to enter any Apple ID. Here are the detailed steps. Open your computer and make sure it's installed the latest version of iTunes or Apple Devices app. Launch iTunes or Apple Devices app. If you're using a Mac running Catalina or later, open Finder instead of iTunes. Next, grab the cable that came with your iPhone and plug the device into the computer. With the phone connected, press some buttons to enter recovery mode. For an iPhone 8 or later, press then immediately release the volume up key, volume down key and then keep holding the power key. For an iPhone 7, press and hold both the volume down key and the power key together. For an iPhone 6s or earlier, press and hold both the home key and power key together. Your iPhone will turn off, then pop up an Apple logo, and a few seconds later, switch to the recovery mode screen like this. Now, let go of the buttons you're holding and head to the application you've opened on the computer. After detecting your iPhone that's in recovery mode, a prompt will appear asking whether you want to restore or update. To factory reset an iPhone without the forgotten Apple ID, move the mouse cursor to click the Restore button. Then, click Restore and Update, Agree, and Next. After that, the application will trigger the restore process within seconds. As it needs to download the firmware, delete everything on the phone, and then install the iOS firmware file, the whole process could take 1 to 2 hours. After the application finishes resetting an iPhone without the forgotten Apple ID, the device will reboot. Next, walk through the Setup Assistant to set up the iPhone's configurations. 3. Log in iCloud to erase an iPhone using your phone number. Another way is to use iCloud's remote erase feature. As it's required to log in iCloud, make sure you still remember the phone number associated with the iPhone you want to erase without an Apple ID. Prepare any device where you can access a browser, like smartphone, tablet, smartwatch, laptop or TV. Then, follow the instructions below. Run any web browser, then key in iCloud.com and press Enter. In the opening login screen, enter the phone number that's linked to your iPhone and the password, then press Enter again. If two-factor authentication is activated on your iPhone, it'll ask you to enter the code, which will be sent to another iDevice signed with the same account profile. After the verification is complete, it'll direct you to the iCloud's homepage. From there, slide to Find and choose Find My option, which sometimes is also called Find iPhone. In the next page, a list of devices will show up. Choose the name of the iPhone you want to factory reset when Apple ID is forgotten. In the next page, choose Erase this device. Read the warning of erasing an iPhone, then choose the Erase button to continue. Complete the following instructions and it'll then start erasing your device remotely. You can track the process via the progress bar in your iPhone. After the erase, your iPhone will boot up and load the initial setup screen. 4. Get back Apple ID then reset iPhone. There are some scenarios where the Apple ID is still required after the factory reset. For example, bypass the activation lock. In such cases, it's suggested to get back the Apple ID first. It's easy to ignore that you might have already signed in to an Apple account on the phone. To check that, go to Settings, tap your device name, choose Sign In and Security, and the Apple account primary email address and phone number will show up there. If nothing shows up, see if you've signed in apps like App Store, Messages app, etc. If you've ever added an Apple account page as a bookmark, visit the website using the link in the description below and see if it remembers your Apple ID on the sign-in screen. Besides, an alternative way is to ask a family member to take a look at your email info if you've set up family sharing. Once you recover the Apple ID, just use it to perform a factory reset and use the phone from scratch again. 5. Bring purchase documentation for the iPhone to an Apple store. If nothing above helps you wipe an iPhone without Apple ID, the only way that's left is to contact the official support to seek assistance. The Apple expert can help reset a device and bring it back to factory settings as long as the user can provide proof of original purchase. For example, the original receipt issued by Apple or an Apple authorized reseller, the box holding the iPhone, and so on will be viewed as evidence of valid ownership. If you can't reset an iPhone factory settings without the Apple ID because it's a second-hand phone, you'd better get in contact with the previous user for help. And there you have it, folks. We've reached the end of our video on how to factory reset an iPhone if you forgot the Apple ID. Thank you for watching. You should manage to bring the device back to its original defaults. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel for more tech-related content. Until next time.